Good morning. We are at La Palma with the girl from La Palma, as the song says, the girl from Ipanema.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anna Frost.
Exactly.
Well, welcome back again.
Thank
But you never truly leave this island.
No, not really. It's a really special place for me. It's a great energy coming back here, whether I'm injured or running or just relaxing after the race. And I really like to be here. Yeah.
Well, for the Spanish fans who are not quite that familiar with you, would you please mind to sum up what went wrong with a girl from down under that chose to move up and make a new life for herself up in the Alps?
There was nothing wrong. It was just that I've had a passion my whole life for travel, and I wanted to see the world. So I was traveling, and I happened to come across running and could see that it worked really well together. That you could travel and run, and by running you could go to explore cities, or you could explore mountains and go much further than you can with a bus or a car. So I fell in love with it, and I keep doing it.
We've been seeing a lot of your running in Europe for a long time, but you've also chosen to launch a professional career working from Annecy with the Salomon gear team. How does it feel to blend both sides of the equation? Because many runners do not care much for gear. Other, for example, Kilian, are truly passionate about gear. But you have chosen a third way, which is run, create, and also develop a new range, new concepts.
Yeah, I mean, when you're doing it for 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 hours every single day, then you want it to feel good. But for me, I want it to look good as well, and I want to encourage other people that yes, you can run and look good too, and when you look good you feel good, and so it's like this really nice cycle that that we can create, and there's so many beautiful colors, and I just feel that sometimes we get very isolated on what colors we should choose as a brand or as clothing, but you look at nature, and nature has got so many different colors. So it was really fun just to go into nature and see the colors that really inspired me, and then pull them into a piece of clothing. And so, I was very lucky to be able to do the range and create something that I wanted to wear. And I know a lot of other people like it as well.
Probably because within the top female runners of the world, your physical constitution is slightly different than, for example, if I look at Maite Mayora, Oyana Cortázar, Laura Orge, even Emily Forsberg, they are thin, let's say vertical, whereas you're more, let's say, curvy, to say it.
I mean, we're all different, and there's no limitations into what we can do. Most of it's in our mind. We have to be strong, we have to be fit, and we have to be healthy. And I mean, you can see that in sprinting. When Bolt came along, everyone was like, well, how's that tall lanky man gonna do? And he's got the world record over the typical muscly men. So it's more about what's up there and how you look after your body and how you treat it before and after racing.
But don't you take more of a punishment being, a stronger runner? For example, at the 100 miles of Mont Blanc this year, the day after, I was able to interview the top runners, and Ushue was sprinting, Xavier Tevenard was feeling cool, but poor Luis Alberto, who is a stronger man, had very, very sore legs, could hardly walk. Do you feel it also when you do very long runs, that it takes much more of a punishment than other, let's say, lighter runners?
No, I think we are what we are, and so I don't know what Emily's feeling like in her body. Our bodies are going to respond very differently. Maybe I will be sore, but I could also be really skinny, tiny person and still be sore. It's just how my body responds, or how his body responds, or how her body responds. And I don't think it's between if you're big or little. I think it's just how your body responds, and physically and physiologically we are all capable of doing it. It's just what our body allows us, how far our body allows us to push. And maybe Louis pushed harder than those other two for himself. It doesn't matter who wins. They may not have. It's like looking at Kilian can win a race and he's jogged the whole way. Whereas the guy that's come second, he's pushed as hard as he can possibly go, and he's broken the next day.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's not about body shape or size. It's about how far you go in your own body.
In fact, one of the most dramatic, beautiful races I've ever seen regarding the women was probably Caval's 2012. Remember, I think it was you and Emily and Nuria on the lead. And it was a beautiful race all the way to the finish with you three girls. How do you recall that?
I mean, I think this is one of my favorite memories of trail running. During the race, I ran with both Emily and Nuria at different phases. We were all very, very supportive of each other. You know, we were really close friends. So for all of us, we just wanted each other to do well and to get to the finish. And so once Nuria had taken the lead and me and Emily were running together, we're on the final climb, and I remember saying to Emily, "Come on, let's go." And she was like, "I can't go, you go." And then when I was chasing Nuria, I remember Nuria looking around and going, "Oh God, no!" And then we just fell down on the finish with a big cuddle and kiss, and it was amazing.
Beautiful.
And during the race, you know, Nuria and I had said we were going to get a drink of water and then meet back on the trail. So, yeah, I think this was one of the most beautiful showings of how we're competitors, but we're also really good friends.
Is there any other race that has a particular, you know, fondness in your memory that you would like to point out, for good or for bad?
I mean, I've done so many races now, and it's really hard to.
I mean, your win at
kind of go
Transvolcania, I guess.
Yeah, it was an amazing. Both the wins here, I've had really amazing race days. Like everything's just clicked, and I've felt. I mean, not great because I've been pushing really hard, but it's been a really great experience. Partly because of the course, I love it, and also because of the people that are involved with it.
You run as a local here.
Yeah, exactly. And it's really, really fun. So you can't help but love this race. But yeah, there's been many races where maybe I haven't finished, or maybe I haven't won, or I've just been running it to enjoy it, and those moments have also been really, really great.
Okay, and to end up, since we've got a gear specialist, you know, let's take advantage of you in that sense. As a runner, you know, what would be, let's say, your favorite 1-2 items, you know, for racing, for the popular runner? Of course, you love all the Salomon catalog, but particularly, are you especially fond of some running item which has nothing to do with you as a designer? You know, let's say shoes or a backpack, anything that really clicks it with you?
I mean, I think, well, the shoes are important. No matter which brand it is, it's important to have one with good grip and good support. It will change your life having that.
Yeah.
So any shoe that has that, I think, is a great shoe.
For example, I've just talked to Paula, Laura, Oyana, and they almost all, they fall for the Slab Sense Ultra SG. Despite Spain being more of a, you know, tough terrain.
Yeah.
I was a bit surprised. I don't know if it works the same for you.
I wear always the Speed Cross.
Really?
I've got a custom shoe, so the Speed Cross is on the bottom of all my shoes. Even if I'm running on the road, I'll wear that. So I'm always wearing grip on the sole of my shoe. But the support and grip and cushioning is really important for me in the shoe. I guess for a race like this, having a backpack, which is really easy and light, and you don't have to fiddle around with the belt, is I really like as well.
And are you a pole-friendly runner or pole-averse?
In this race,
in general speaking.
no. Well, it depends. In this race, for me, no, I don't want poles, but they saved my life in Hard Rock. So, yeah, it really depends which race it is.
Okay, and last but not least, as a designer, you know, how do you feel? What do you try to bring as a difference to women runners? Do you think it will be, you know, some kind of help for them to enjoy themselves more?
Yeah, I think with everything I design, I like it to be feminine. I like it to be shapely. I like it to look good, and because I think with all of those things, then that leads to confidence and self-worth, and because of those, they feel good, they look good, and they perform better.
Sure. Is there, of course, your race dress is tremendously famous, notorious. Would you like to point out any other item that you think is particularly interesting, cool, different?
I mean, I love the dress because you don't have waistbands. There's nothing that chafes. It's light. It's free. It's really beautiful. So I love running in the dress, I love racing in the dress, I love walking in the dress, I wear it all the time. But for me, the skirt as well, the skirt with the shorts underneath is really, I really like, because it's also quite free and it's very feminine. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Anna. A
Yeah.
pleasure to have you over again.
Thank you.
And best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay.